and in theory, should be live.
Yep. Let's see.
Very much looking forward to all of this.
Yes, this is a very good game. And yes, I can confirm we have a live stream up. So, let's get started.
Excellent.
Full disclosure, Tim has started playing Outer Wilds before, but did not get very far before deciding that he wanted to stream it. Did not even get up to the observatory. He did manage to die in one of the geysers as one of the first things he did, though.
I am very smart.
But yes, yes. Let's get started.
Alright.
Yeah, so Tim cannot see the live chat. I'll be passing along anything important while filtering out spoilers.
Is there anyone
providing...
watching at the moment, by the way?
Well, Alec was watching. I was like, Alec was waiting to be notified, but I am currently the only one watching, so we'll see what happens.
To anyone watching this after the fact, hi! I need to adjust my mouse sensitivity. That's rather a lot. Where is mouse sensitivities?
In controls.
Yep, of course. Gameplay basic, yep. That's better. There's our pilot back from your pre-launch camp out under the stars, I see. Well, it's launch day, eh? It seems like only yesterday you joined the space program and suddenly, yet there you are, leaving for your first solo voyage. What do you say? Ready to get this beauty off the ground? That's what you're doing. Ready to go. Fix the rockets? It's not been a problem one time. Maybe a few times after that. Bring the codes, policies, optimize, etc.
Yep. So if you'd prefer, I can do character voicing so that you're not having an endless conversation with yourself.
Yes, that's probably...
Yeah, that was a little bit overcooked.
No, it's not. That one's a little bit overcooked. Love all the little details they put in place.
Yes. It's a very meticulously handcrafted game.
Hmm. Wasn't sit to watch. You and Slate beefed up a model ship. There. Just like the real thing, only less likely to start a fire. Try to land on one of those. On frost.
Yeah, so you may want to use a controller for flying vehicles, but up to you what your control scheme preferences are.
Let's have a look. Yes, that gives me, at least for vertical, gives me no, look at that. non-binary control.
Yes, analog controls are very useful. Nyum.
Send it into orbit if I can. Let's see if this will come down.
Yeah, not quite orbital velocity.
No, I might do that at some point, but not right now.
Yeah,
And I'm
there
not-
are a few achievements related to flying the model ship to various places, but
yes,
we
I'm
can get into
sure.
those later.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But, hang on, I've just been informed that chat settings are not allowing anyone to talk, so I will adjust that quickly.
Yeah.
If I can.
I believe it should be set that need to be subscriber for at least a minute.
Yeah, it's not currently listed as that. Yeah. Give me a second. I just find the relevant spot to adjust those settings.
If you can change that yourself, that's helpful. Leading us to seek adventure among the stars.
Yeah, so I am going to need you to change the approved members settings.
But, and of course, audio is going to die for a little bit. There you go. Right, I changed it on the test stream, but not on the scheduled one. So
Right.
that should allow the other viewer to join in.
Yep.
Hello.
Right. I'm not getting visuals through Discord anymore.
Yep, that's because I hit the...
There we go.
Excellent. Oh. Just one star.
Of a metaphor ruined in the name of scientific accuracy.
Yeah, one of many.
Nevertheless, I do hope you enjoy your travels. Good luck.
Thank you.
Boing.
I might as well get that achievement myself.
Yes, although you may be a semi-aquatic species, you do not currently possess gills or breathing apparatus, so you are unfortunately dead.
So I am not semi-aquatic? I appreciate the commitment to the bit.
Yes, yes. Yeah, because there's no save data right now. So it's giving you the full onboarding screens again.
No, I am not dead.
It's some Christmas miracle.
Yay. Just for the sake of not upsetting people by not talking to them as I go about this new save file. thing I do want to try is landing the model ship up on that platform.
Go for it.
Oop, that platform is a little further off than I go. Come on. It's no longer facing the direction I was meant to do. And now it really isn't.
Yeah, surprisingly, space flight is difficult.
Especially when you're not in the thing. Nope.
Thankfully, we have model ship teleportation technology.
Yes. Do we have real ship teleportation technology?
No comment.
Yay.
Success. Unfortunately, you can't just leave it there and then go walk around and see it.
Nope, and I've managed to get us stuck. There you are.
I'm surprised it's still upright.
So am I. Oop, not that. Oh. I very much appreciate that. Is the crouch button? Oop. Yes, only for the sake of jumping though. I really don't exploit as often anymore.
All I know is between the space program and Riker's model rockets, things seem to burn to the ground around here more than they used to.
Yeah, sounds about right. I'll have a look at that in a bit.
Yeah, so that's the model ship that you can actually walk up and take a look at.
How similar is this to the proper ship?
I'd say it's a fairly accurate representation of how you'd make a smaller model of the actual ship.
Yep, fair.
Yeah, so there's a chat. So the Pixelated Cat say they used a purely keyboard and mouse for their first playthrough, which was a little challenging. And they loved the NPC names in the game.
Yes, I haven't been commenting on that yet. I suppose I should do. I really like that logo. Which I don't have to point at with the cursor, because you can see where I'm looking.
The miracles of modern technology.
Ah, yes.
Congratulations, you took a photo of the village.
Yeah. I wasn't exactly intending to. Curious what those are. These files. Even more geysers. Flying overhead somewhere.
Yep. Yeah, if you manage to find it and knock it out of orbit, it does continue functioning. Like that is an actual live feed from the physics model that exists. If you bump into it, it will affect how it's transmitting the pictures.
Nice. Maybe I could do that with the model ship. That would be a challenge. Or not.
It's launch day, huh? Al's gonna miss you. Speaking of launch day, I was thinking about it, and the platform those ships launched from is getting old. Isn't it about time you built a new, less flammable one? That big tree in the village would be the perfect choice. I wouldn't mind helping out the space program, just say the word.
The launch pad is flammable?
You didn't realize that? Don't worry, it's held up for all the launches so far. It'll definitely be fine for yours. Probably.
Thanks. Yes.
Hello there, Space Cadet. I hear you're leaving the crater today.
That's
If
the
you meet
plan.
any of the other travelers up there, remind them to take proper care of their instruments, won't you?
Tell me about the traveler's instruments.
Oh sure, I made all of their instruments, you know. Let me see, there's Chert's drums, Rybeck's banjo, and Gabro's flute.
Very nice.
Oh, and Feldspar's harmonica, of course, though Feldspar's been missing for a long time. Sometimes it feels like just yesterday they were playing their harmonica around the campfire. Anyway, you hear music in space, that'll be one of the space program's other travelers. If you feel like company, you can always pull out your signal scope and track them down.
Hey. I look forward to finding them all. Observatory. These aren't an observatory.
Hello, astronaut.
It isn't my favourite little troublemaker.
We wanted to play hide and seek, but Moraine won't let us borrow their signal scope because it's really delicate and not supposed to be thrown around like that. Hey, can we use your signal scope? Can we? Can we please? We'll even let you be it.
Sure, let's play.
Woohoo! Okay, here are the rules. Galena and me will hide these radios, and you'll use your signal scope to find us. Last one to be found wins! Okay, close your eyes and start counting.
Okay. Fly. Well, that's quick. Frequency hide and seek. That's convenient.
Yes, just a nice little tutorial on some of the basic game mechanics.
And zoom in. Ah, there you are.
The child has been located.
The radio's right there.
Child number 2 has been located.
That's indeed. And now has a name.
Yes, so something that a lot of people do miss is if you get close enough to a signal and have your signal scope equipped, it will become identified. But that doesn't happen unless you actually have the signal scope out.
Yes, good to know. Makes sense.
Oh, you found me? But my hiding spot was super good.
Yes, apart from the fact that you have a radio that I can find explicitly with the thing you asked me for.
Don't forget, you have to find both of us, okay?
Okay. Right now. Those solar panels don't look terribly effective.
Well, they seem to be working.
Sure, but they could be a lot better.
I won. I'm happy. Thanks for playing with us.
Oh. I do recall there being fall damage from
Yes.
playing with you, so I'm going to try not to excessively trigger that. I'm sure I'll get any achievements related to it eventually.
Yep. There is at least one.
Actually, how many achievements are there in the game?
Um,
Couldn't bother to look at
good
that.
question. I will double check that. 31 achievements.
Yeah, not bad.
And of those,
Yep, I missed. Where am I?
yeah. Oh, and then of those 31 achievements, about 13, 14 of them are for the DLC content.
Alright. Ah,
Fishing, rhyme, singing, obviously half the time. You're leaving the crater? Guess we'll all be a little busier without you around to lend a hand.
I lend a hand.
The big water planet, Giant's Deep. That's where I'd go.
Why's that?
One time, after the rest of the village had left to sleep, and it was just the two of us sitting around the campfire, Gabbro told me about their first trip to Giant's Deep. They landed their ship easily enough in the waves, but couldn't see too far down, on account of how murky the water was, I guess. Too dark. Gabbro wants to see what lay beneath the surface, so they decided to travel deeper. They traveled down and down. But suddenly, Gabbro couldn't go any further.
I underestimated how boring this would be. Goodbye.
You always were my least favorite astronaut.
Any secrets behind the waterfall other than the heart doesn't look like it. It's fine.
Hi, astronaut. You know the patch of ghost matter inside this fence? Gotham said it used to be bigger when they were a hatchling, because ghost matter evaporates. It just takes a super long time to go away. I hope there's still ghost matter in the village when I'm a grown-up. Ghost matter is awesome.
You know Ghost Matter is how Tektite lost their foot, right?
Whoa, really? That is so cool.
Next question. Has Tektite lost their foot?
Yes, if you beat them at some point, they have a prosthetic leg.
Danger. Inside this fence is a packet of Ghost Matter, a strange and dangerous substance that's invisible to the naked eye. Good news is you can detect Ghost Matter with a camera. Moving through Ghost Matter is uniquely painful and will probably kill you. Yeah. One Phelps. I love that this black and white camera takes a colour image of the Ghost Matter. Oh, it does actually shift over time. Interesting. That's not what I wanted to do. Doesn't show up anything on the spectroscope. Makes sense. I'm not going to spend enough time trying to jump up into it. I'm also not going to jump into the Ghost Matter. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, so you can get up there if you jump through the ghost matter. Like you said, it's short enough distance on the steps there.
I could.
But wouldn't recommend doing that at this point because there'll be other ways to climb like that.
Yes. Very nice. I will explore that more when I have the option to actually go down those holes safely.
Yes. Scuba diving without scuba gear is not generally a safe activity.
No. Hello, Moraine.
Oh, hello, astronaut. This is good weather for your launch, right? That's lucky.
Any good sounds from space today?
There are! My signal scope is set to the Outer Wilds Ventures frequency, so I'm listening to the Traveler's music. Last night I heard Ryback's banjo coming from Brittle Hollow. I hope that means they're safe. I can hear different planets too. It depends on what time of day or night it is, since different planets are in the sky at different times. Signal scopes are cool.
I agree. I love the music.
Yes. Excellent music.
And very interesting looking planets as well.
Yes,
physics
you'll
definitely
have a
agrees with the
wonderful
existence of them.
time. Yes, you'll have a wonderful time exploring them all. There are a couple of places where physics has been bent a little bit for rule of cool reasons.
Oh, naturally.
But other than that, it's a fully accurate simulation.
I'll read that one down here first. Saw smoke coming from...
Source.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I saw smoke coming from Youngbuck Crater up north and figured I should go check it out. You use the scout launcher. Just please don't break it while I'm gone. Check time.
How do I break it?
I'm not sure if you can. East, know my ruins. South, Quantum Grove Crater.
Okay. North?
Northwest, Geyser Mountains. And north, Youngbuck Crater.
Cool. So, that's Miss... Yeah. No, that is right. Oh, that's something. No. Can't aim up or down.
Yeah, this is a fixed position launcher. Or fixed angle.
Oh, and has it then just crashed? Okay.
Yeah, so once the camera's locked onto a surface, you can use the movement keys to look around, and then you can hold the launch button to retrieve it.
Cool. That is a useless spot for it to be.
We also have tiny camera teleportation technology.
Yay!
The miracles of modern science never cease.
Those mountains looked interesting.
Yes, one thing I do very much like about this game is, as a part of the fact it's meticulously handcrafted. As a general rule of thumb, if it looks interesting, that's usually because there's something there, and they try to keep the areas where there's nothing fairly uninteresting for the most part. So you're not, you don't wind up going like pixel hunting for things in places where there isn't really anything.
Yeah, that's good. And I seem to have landed in a rather uninteresting spot. And last one. Yeah, looks like a campfire up on that moon.
Yes. As I said, the laws of physics have been tweaked a little bit in some cases, but they are internally consistent with this universe.
Oh. Alright. Look forward to exploring all of those places in time. And this is thus.
Hey, come say hi to your old flight coach before your launch. I've got zero-G training set up if you want a refresher. Gossin.
Absolutely. Hi, Gossam.
Hey, I thought I might see you before the big launch. Nerves getting the better of you?
Right, like you weren't nervous before your first flight.
Hey, don't worry about it. Your nerves are between you, me, and the vast endlessness of space.
That's comforting.
But really, you'll do fine out there. I'd worry more about that ship if I were you. Hopefully that lunatic Slate at least fixed the retro rockets.
He said he did.
So listen, there's a satellite, which is definitely not just a piece of broken mining equipment, set up down in the zero-G cave and in need of repairs. If you're looking for a little last-minute zero-G practice, head down the lift and into the cave. Or don't, so long as you're confident you can make ship repairs in space.
One repaired satellite coming up.
Cool. Get to it, and try not to concuss yourself right before your first launch.
Yeah. That sounds like a plan.
So I believe this is now content you have not seen yet.
Correct. Pretty sparkly walls.
Yes, some very pretty rocks. Actually, that's a pretty good description for this game in general. It's a collection of very pretty rocks.
Flashlight, how wonderfully helpful. Is there battery or anything like that on it?
No, you have infinite flashlight life. There are some other things that do have resource consumption, but it'll be obvious when that happens.
Very much feeling the low gravity already.
Yep.
Ah, fun.
And as mentioned, you have your meters in the top left for your oxygen and jetpack fuel.
And gravity. That's nice. It tells me the direction of gravity as well.
Yes, very useful, particularly if you're moving between planetary bodies.
It says
Oh,
zero
so
gravity,
one
but
thing-
that's definitely got gravity.
Well, you're not all the way into the cave yet.
No, but looking at the actual modifier, the readout.
Yeah. So there is someone you can talk to if you want before you go down the hole, or you can talk to them once you get back up again.
Where might they be?
Other side of the cave.
Yeah, coming up.
If you press spacebar at the same time as your thruster, you get a boost.
Good to know. Yeah. Little too light-handed with the... Hey! Louis person. Hello, tough.
Hey, hey! Nice of you to drop down.
Getting in some zero-G time.
So you're going in there, in the cave?
What's so wrong about it?
What? No, I'm fine. Great and fine.
You don't look fine.
Well, you know I hate that cave, so I don't know why you're making me talk about it. Now I've got hand sweats.
Very useful to talk to them, yes.
Yeah, it is also just worth mentioning in general. You can talk to everyone as many times as you want and pick different dialogue options as much as you want.
Yeah.
Hey, you're back. You need something?
Give me the dirt.
Some fresh dirt? Not much happening down here lately. Let me think. Come to think of it, Tektite saw something crash outside of the village crater earlier. That's new and different.
Oh hey, how about that?
Yeah, they were on Firewatch with the old scout launcher and saw smoke, so they went to check it out. Safety first, right?
That definitely sounds like these people.
No, I'm kidding. I said that to Tektite once. Pretty rude how long they last for, if you ask me.
Yep, that's more like it. Now let's see what the zero G is like.
Yeah, so zero G movement may also be easier with a controller. Up to you if what you want to use.
There we go. Yeah. No, I think I would rather use keyboard mouse.
Fair enough.
Done enough stuff with it that it is the more useful way to go.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, like a little bit of physical implausibility, but consistent physics.
Yep.
The reason why this cave is zero gravity is because you are actually in the exact center of the planet right now.
Yep. Oh, I can match velocity. That is a lovely feature.
Yes, all movement is relative. You can match velocity with anything you can target.
Beautiful. Okay. Ooh, I have all options. I'll just actually look at the control points. Whee. Ow, my head. Oh, I can't grab onto the rope.
Unfortunately not.
It was fine. I'm back. I'm safe.
Hey, get back. You need something?
Guess where I'm going today.
Oh, no. No way. You want to run off into space? That's your business, but don't make me, think about it. Bad enough we got this weird cave down here.
And whose fault is it that you're 5 feet away from it? Oh, those will just look to each other. Good to have practiced the zero G movement.
Yes. Nicely done. Of course, it'll be a little more stressful when you're hurtling through space. Just remember your training and try not to hit anything big. I can see you're itching to get off this rock, so go get the launch code from the observatory and get out of here already. Best of luck out there, and hey, try to avoid getting yourself killed now that I've put so much time into training you, got it?
Wouldn't want to waste your investment. Very nice. Cool. through this way, and something just passed in front of the star. Which I'm not going to call the sun, because that's the name for ours. Does that one have a name?
It's just called the Sun,
Alright.
because these guys don't know about Earth.
I suppose technically ours is called Sol.
Yeah.
Very appreciative. Indeed.
Outer Wilds Ventures founding members, clockwise from top left: Hornfels, Gossan, Slate, and Feldspar. Big thanks to these additional founding members of Outer Wilds Ventures, without whom we would never have gotten off the ground. And this is just shout out to the early access backers.
Very nice. How?
Hey, it's my favorite astronaut. Launch day at last, huh, buddy? It's
How
the
many-
translator tool's inaugural flight too. I'm so excited, it's making me nauseous.
Okay.
Just think, you'll be able to translate any Nomai text you want anywhere you are. Two of us put a lot of hours into inventing that tool, so don't break it, okay? Haha, oh, jeez. Do not break it.
I have a long list of things to not break, myself on that list.
Ignore me, okay? I'm just nervous. And I'm not even the one going into space. How are you feeling?
I'm excited.
Good. You've only been waiting for this day since we were hatchlings. I can't wait to see all your training pay off. So, what's the dirt? You here to see the new Nomai statue?
Of course.
I knew you'd want to see it before you headed off. Hornfels just finished prepping it for display today. Amazing, isn't it?
Lovely.
Makes me wish we
I
could
can
see
it
what
so
a
well.
real live Nomai looks like. But I guess this is as close as we'll ever get. Check it out. Looks like they had fur. Fur is weird.
Yes, fur is indeed weird.
This is the first fully intact statue ever found, you know? And for how old it is, it's in great shape. Ah, jeez, I got a little carried away there. Go on, you have a ship to launch. Take care of yourself out there, you hear?
Okay. Those are tremendously interesting creatures.
Yes. This remarkably intact statue was carved by the Nomai, an ancient species who dwelled in our solar system thousands of years ago. The statue provides us with our most detailed look yet at the Nomai, who appear to have been covered with a layer of fur. Note the decorative jewelry that has been carved as part of the antlers. Although their artifacts and structures have been found on almost every planet in the solar system, we still have no idea where this species came from or what happened to them.
Some fun stuff. New exhibit. Now, which is the DLC thing that I am to avoid until I'm done?
Well, you can read the signs and stuff here. The new exhibit, if you have the base game, it says coming soon, but that is the start of the DLC thread.
Yeah.
The radio tower here on Timber Half was built to receive transmissions from our deep space satellite, and to this day still houses the first ever photos taken of the entire solar system. These photos were made possible by the deep space satellite's unusual vertical orbit that carries it high above and below the plane of the solar system. Thanks to a recent upgrade, the deep space satellite is now responsible for generating the real-time solar system map used by our newest astronauts.
How wonderfully helpful.
Indeed.
Oh, I can't bump into it.
Stars like our Sun generate light and heat by fusing hydrogen into helium. As it grows older, the star runs out of hydrogen and starts to contract. As the star's core contracts, it gets hotter, causing the outer layers to expand. The star has become a red giant. When the core is hot enough, it starts to fuse helium into carbon.
And then goes boom.
If a star is massive enough, it will continue to fuse carbon into even heavier elements like iron. Ultimately, the star will collapse under its own gravity and then explode in a violent event called a supernova. Based on Church's observations, this will one day be the fate of our own Sun.
Yeah, but not for a long time, I assume. Very interesting.
This crystal was taken from a Nomai ruin on Brittle Hollow. It seems to create a local gravity distortion, and was most likely used to reverse deep surfaces. Try it out.
Ah, okay, brain is enjoying that.
Yep, that sign's a duplicate of the other one.
Yeah, I figured it would be. That's the ship or something like
The
that.
Nomai technology brought back from space by our astronauts has been a great boon to Outer Wilds ventures, allowing us to modify expedition gear in exciting and useful ways. For example, the Little Scout now boasts a warp retrieval capability that allows astronauts to recall their scouts almost instantly. This has dramatically reduced the number of scouts lost to the depths of space.
Yes. Hey, let's fling this thing into the depths of space. Wait, we can't get it back now.
What you see here are parts of the Nomai skeleton. We can tell from their skulls that they possessed antlers, and quite unusually, only 3 eyes. The Nomai body was most likely adapted for living exclusively on land. The differences in the Nomai's anatomy, such as their shockingly fragile bone structure, show us that Parthians couldn't have descended from Nomaian ancestors. It's not clear where the Nomai originated from, or why they disappeared. We hope to find more clues to this puzzle as we explore our solar system.
Yes, that is then. Plot hook.
Look, this whole game is just layers of plot holes.
Oh, yes.
Aside from the dwellings and structures they built, the Nomai also made art. This decorated pottery was discovered on Brittle Hollow. Some ancient Nomai art depicts strange animals, foreign celestial bodies, foreign celestial objects, and other subjects that can't be found in our solar system. It makes us wonder whether the Nomai originated elsewhere in the universe, or simply had vibrant imagination.
All good telescopes.
Were the Nomai born in our solar system? Or were they born among other stars and planets? And if they were, how and why did they come here? These are just some of the questions we hope to answer through further xenoarchaeological expeditions.
That just comes up automatically when it's relevant?
Yes, you can switch it to manually pop up, but automatic is generally useful. Cassava, we're nearly ready. Felix and I have finished construction, and she says calibrating the device won't take long.
Okay.
Felix, fortunately, the Adelrock's lack of atmosphere will make calibration simple. After all this time, I'm thrilled to finally resume our search.
And that does not look like. Oop. No, that's just it. Okay.
This piece of Nomai writing was essential to deciphering their unique language. Although this text is linear, Nomai text often branches off from a central point. Interestingly, each branch tends to be written by a different author.
It's an interesting way of writing.
Yes.
Interesting way of having a branching conversation. I have no idea if they're going to make use of it, but theoretically you could have a branching conversation that
Yep.
goes off on different tracks, and you can follow different tracks depending on to get different aspects of the conversation. Which basically is like our conversations quite often, where we go on 101
Yes.
tangents.
Yes, the Nomai as a species would definitely seem to exhibit ADHD tendencies.
Yeah.
Watch closely. These balls move. The ground is perfectly level, so what do you think causes this spooky motion? The answer is the moon. As it orbits our planet, the outer rock's gravity pulls on objects from different directions. In fact, it's pulling on you right now.
I appreciate that addition, that consideration.
If you jump, you will actually drift slightly to the side depending on where the moon is.
That's interesting. I very much appreciate that consideration. That is very interesting.
This anglerfish specimen was found attached to the landing gear of one of our ships that flew close to Dark Bramble. It appears well suited to living in dark places with minimal atmosphere.
Only has 2 eyes.
Yep.
In very odd placement.
Yes. So there is an outdoor exhibit before you head upstairs. Just over to the right. The strange rock moving around in this grotto appears to react to conscious observation. The level-headed among us realize there must be some sort of optical illusion at play, but Gabbro claims the rock exists in all possible states until it is observed, whatever that means.
Great. Quantum rocks.
Whatever is actually happening, both sides of this debate agree the effect is extremely creepy.
Yes. Indeed. That is certainly going to come into play eventually. My question is, why is it only confined to those 3 points?
That's actually a good question. I've just seen some people speculate that those are like the most likely possibilities for it to exist in.
Yes, in the center of those 3 cut trees. That's pretty cool. Oh,
there you are. I just finished pre-flight observations, and local conditions are good. Time to get our newest astronaut off the ground. And you'll be our first astronaut ever equipped with a Nomai translator. I confess, I've been giddy all day just thinking about it. We're better equipped than ever to unravel the mysteries of the Nomai. You and Hal should be very proud of your work.
Looking forward to it.
Tell me, what's your plan once you're in space?
Gonna wing it.
Planning to follow in the footsteps of Feldspar and the great Outer Wilds Ventures tradition, are you? I might have guessed. Well, see if you can't put that translator tool of yours to good use while you're out there. Well then, looks like all that's left is to send you off. All in all, it's a fine day for a launch.
I'm ready to get off this rock.
Excellent. You'll be needing the launch codes then. Here they are. Best get off the ground before Slate makes any more modifications to your ship, eh?
Yeah.
Good luck out there. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Most likely. What? I don't know yet.
This is odd. according to my redshift calculations, every single galaxy in this image is moving away from us. In fact, the farther away a galaxy is, the faster it appears to be moving away. It's almost as if the entire universe is expanding. But if that's true, was everything closer together in the past? And how far back can we extrapolate? Did the universe have a beginning? Hornfels observations.
Probably should have started with that one.
This is incredible. At first I thought the points of light in this image were stars, but they're not. They're galaxies.
Impressive.
And this image covers just a tiny patch of the whole sky, which means the universe contains at least 1,000 times more galaxies than we previously imagined. I think I need to sit down.
Alright. Ooh, the planets are in alignment. At least on the chart. Oh, wow.
Yes. I love the map.
Greatly appreciate that.
So, as mentioned in the earlier exhibit, it is generated by the Deep Space Satellite.
Which is an actual physics object that I'm currently looking
Yes.
through. No, I can't do because
No,
that is not possible.
if you look up and to the left, you'll see a little red dot.
Yeah.
So it is what is producing the map, and it is a live feed, so you can zoom in, and take a look.
Ember twins. And is this real scale?
Yes, this is a live feed, 1-to-1 scale recording of the universe in its current state.
Yes. The physics disagrees with it, but so be it. That is a static point.
Indeed.
Strange, and I will look at that eventually. I think first port of call is explore the moon, if not our own planet first.
Both of those sound like good options.
Contemplating plunging myself into the sun, that does not sound like a good idea. But there is a satellite around the sun. That does sound like a good idea. Very cool.
Yes.
Anyway, I will make my way to the ship. That's the door.
Yep.
Hi.
Nothing to see here. Just a perfectly ordinary statue.
I did nothing. I did nothing. This is not my fault. Sorry about that. Nope, I got books through. That is extremely concerning, and those eyes are definitely different to what they were before. I somehow missed that on my way in.
Outer Wilds Ventures, Timber Half's first and only space program, was founded to explore the farthest reaches of our solar system. Feldspar was the first Halfian to be intentionally launched into space. They completed the first orbit around Timber Half and later made the first of what would be many landings on our moon, the Apple Rock.
Love the necessity of that distinction. Also, was that stream of images snapshots from what I was doing specifically, or is that a pre-scripted set of images.
No comment.
The former.
Hey, so, did you get a good look at that Burmai statue?
Yes. The statue looked at me and opened its eyes.
Oh, whoa, the statue was doing what? So its eyes opened, and then you saw images from your own memories and glowing lights flying around? You mean like a hallucination? Listen, no offense, but are you sure you're okay to launch? Like, medically speaking?
That statue was definitely weird.
I mean, if you're saying it happened, then I guess maybe it did. But why? Hornfels tried everything to get the statue's eyes to open, and nothing like this ever happened to them. I don't think you're going to get any answers from the museum statue, but Gabbro said they were going back to Giant Steep. Don't know which island they're on, though. Maybe they'd be able to tell you more. On the other hand, Gabbro's, Gabbro, so maybe you'd be better off searching for more info on your own.
I mean, why not do both?
Jeez, now I'm really jealous of going into space. Hey, see if you can use our translator tool to find out more about the statue, okay?
That's my plan.
Good luck, and safe flying.
Is the statue still turned? It is. Go look at the statue! It's not how you left it. And... partial. Okay, I can't actually activate the lid. There is going to be quite a lot to explore in this place that I've already missed, I'm sure. But we'll get to the ship.
On this planet, yes, but I think you've actually found most of the stuff in the village.
Yeah. Oh.
Hello, astronaut. Are you going into space today? Are you going into space and never coming back like Feldspar did?
Don't worry, I'll come back.
That's what Feldspar said too, but they never did. Hornfels will be really sad if you don't come back, like how sad it makes them to talk about Feldspar. So you should make sure you don't get lost in space too.
Okay. I'll do that. Oh, again, I am returned.
Looks like you're ready for takeoff. Excitement of a launch is fun and all, but I can't wait to get back to working on the new ship. We're working on fixing the autopilot's avoidance system for this one. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm going to, have the marshmallow first. Try not to burn this one completely. Alright.
Delicious.
Yes. Enter the matrix. Ah, let's hope it doesn't explode again, apparently. A distinction that should not need to be made. Magic. Artificial
Any
gravity
sufficiently
generator?
advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Yes.
And believe me, there is a lot of sufficiently advanced technology on hand.
Okay, good to know that I've got a first aid kit with a multi-tool spork. Log. Very nice. Interesting assortment of bottles and whatnot. Uh, cool. Now I can mark
So-
the locations on my HUD.
Yes, very useful. And by default, it's in map mode where all the entries are sorted by the location you found them in. If you press C, you can switch it to rumor mode, where everything is connected by basically plot hooks or
Very nice.
leading questions.
Lunar ruins. Very nice. And very nice looking interface as well.
Yes. The interior of the ship especially is full of so many tiny details that just add up to make everything just very internally consistent.
Yes.
Also, I am going to have to head off in about half an hour to provide transport for my mother. I'll be able to
Absolutely.
hop back on afterwards, but
No, I'll probably finish it there.
Yep.
Ah. Landing camera. That is going to be very nice.
yes. Also, when you're in landing camera mode, it automatically tries to rotate the ship so the bottom is pointing towards the nearest gravity source.
Good. Can access the map dynamically.
Yep. You can also lock onto objects from the map,
Yes.
as well as in first person.
So I'm going to lock onto the map. So onto the moon. Words. Alright.
And we have liftoff.
Very nice. Do I have orbit? Ooh, that is a lot more thrust than I was expecting. I appreciate the indicator of forces.
Yes. So there is an autopilot you can use, which travels to whatever object you currently have selected, and you have match velocity available to you as well. And your ship is also equipped with its own signal scope and scout launcher.
Yes. Kill velocity. So we'll suit up before I head outside because I don't know the oxygen situation
Yes.
out there.
Yes, that has killed many people.
I am sure. Hello, Esker.
Oh, hey, it's you. Ground control didn't tell me you were launching. Long time no see. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone.
Seems lonely up here.
A little. I'm in touch with ground control, of Hornfels and Gossen mostly, and they radio up the chat now and then. And when ground control forgets I'm up here, and they usually do, I launch my little scout at the village.
At the village? They forget about you?
I don't blame them. For one, I don't check in as often as the other travellers, since I'm always in one place. And it's not so bad up here, really. At least it's peaceful and quiet. You don't always get that in our solar system. Let alone in our village. Don't go. I mean, anything else you wanted to ask?
What was that you were whistling?
Probably, or actually, definitely. The other travellers carry instruments, so they don't bother whistling. You can pick up their music with a signal scope, you know? Best spot for that is the North Pole. Great reception.
Okay.
The North Pole is marked in red on your minimap, but the Adelrock is a pretty small moon, really. Just go north, you can't miss it. Don't go. I mean, anything else you wanted to ask?
Don't the other travellers come by?
Well, the lunar outpost saw more traffic back when our ships were less sophisticated and needed more frequent repairs. Nowadays, it's mostly used to keep a set of eyes on things. Sometimes Chert comes by to say hi, but Gabbro is Gabbro, and you know how Rybeck feels about unnecessary spaceflight.
Oh, I'm gonna do so much unnecessary spaceflight.
Anything else you wanted to ask?
I will come back and talk to you later.
Yes, one of the ways that physics is stretched a little bit is vegetation is exceptionally good at creating small pockets of atmosphere.
Yes, I figured as much. There was, information sheet thing in the ship about basically walk towards a tree to refill your oxygen.
Yes, and the entirety of your life support system inside your ship is a small potted plant next to the window.
Yes, I noticed. Oh. Nice. There's a platform at the North Pole.
Yes. Esker signal scope log. Day 48. Still not picking up Rybeck's banjo from Brittle Hollow. I'm sure they're fine, but I'll feel better once I can hear their music. Day 51. Listen to Chert play for a while today. Unrelated, someone should tell Porphy and Gotham their flirting is not subtle from an aerial perspective. Day 55. Banjo music coming in loud and clear today. Sounds like Rybeck's doing okay. That oath, I was worried.
I should definitely go
Day
check on him.
63. Today, I thought I heard something strange. I don't know, there was probably nothing.
It was definitely not nothing.
Day 70. No, it's back again today too. Something strange is coming from Timber Hearth. Day 76. Okay, I know this is crazy, but the sound from Timber Hearth sounds exactly like Feldspar's harmonica. But Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. It can't be them.
Definitely going to Timber Hearth when I can.
Day 88. It's still here. This is creepy. Maybe my signal scope is broken. I'd better talk to Nice.
More importantly, how fast are you moving? Sure, so that'll be Timber Hearth.
So, Timber Hearth is the planet you started on.
Okay. Oh. There somewhere. Those are the Geyser Mountains. It's near the pole is where the thing's coming from. We're going and having a look. It's up point. Very easy to get orbit.
Yes, the moon does not have much gravity.
Yeah, that looks that way. What? Ancient structure, still completely functional.
Yep.
Missing the top half, but that's about it. And this is the South Pole.
Yes.
Very curious. Yeah. Lines up to the sun. Noted. That one. Interesting. Strange and concerning. Well, that seems to perhaps not exist, or did I just miss it? No, because I can't find whatever that thing is. Oh, wonderful, there is oxygen here. Trees detected.
Yes. Coleus. I was upstairs testing the eye signal locator, and it can hear and follow the signals from the Sun, Giant's Deep, and Brittle Hollow. However, something strange is happening when I ask the eye signal locator to follow the eye signal. The device's indicator rotates wildly and never points to just one direction. Felix. I see. I most likely calibrated the locator incorrectly. Privet, my apprentice, and I will make adjustments and try again. An update. Disappointingly, everything is correctly calibrated after all.
Great.
Kasaba, it saddens me to posit this, my friends, but I believe this locator cannot detect the eye signal. You'll need to build a more sensitive device if we want to locate the eye of the universe.
Eye of the universe, interesting.
Thatch, then we will build it. Don't lose hope, Kasaba. Our search for the eye is what brought our clan to this place. We won't give up so easily. Thatch, this is a curious result. It's possible the eye has stopped calling out its signal.
Yeah, so that's a tangent thought from that one, and then conversation continues otherwise. Love the design.
Yes.
Very interesting. Huh. Oh, that's cool.
Yes. Thatch, where should this new, more sophisticated locator be built? It may need to be larger than this eye signal locator is. Coleus, Anona and those of us originally stranded on Ember Twin built a quantum moon locator there, but the heat of the sun made its construction challenging. I wouldn't recommend building on that planet.
No.
Plume. The southern glacier on Brittle Hollow has ample available space. I could construct a new building to house this proposed locator. Felix. Yes, let's build there. I imagine our young friend Konoe would enjoy that immensely. He's always held a great interest in the eye, especially for a child born so long after the crash.
What crash?
So I will begin construction on Brittle Hollow's South Pole immediately then.
Okay.
I will also point out, you are the first person traveling to space with a functional automatic translator instead of having to try and decipher everything by hand. So all the information you are finding is largely unknown to anybody else at this point.
Let me put that away. Can I put this down anywhere?
Yeah, if you look at the floor, you can just drop it on the floor.
Okay.
Okay, wow. I've seen this ruin in other travelers' pictures, but seeing it for myself, it's really old, isn't it? But wow, this is the coolest day of my life. Okay, time for some official notes. So this is some kind of Nomai locator. You can point out the different planets, which is incredibly cool, by the way. From what little I can understand of the writing here, I think it was built to try to find something specific? I'm not sure. I also was able to translate something about the South Pole of Brittle Hollow, so I'll fly there and see if I can learn more. Yep, just gonna get back in the old ship and take off. Totally safe. Mostly safe. Oh, stars above.
Yeah. That's great. Oh, right. The floor is curved because of the curvature of the moon. Not because
Yes.
it's ramping down. Interesting. I'm going to put this on... Ooh. Okay. And I'm back
Welcome to Outer Wilds.
here. Hi.
Hey, you ready to get this thing off the ground? Ship's all fueled up and ready to go.
Did I just die?
Well, bad dream or something? Still look half asleep, but that's a negative on being deceased. I know it's tradition to sleep out under the stars the night before a launch, but if you ask me, it makes you all a bit jumpy.
I'm just gonna go straight back to the ship and see what happens. Very much tempted to go back to the museum, actually. Yes, I think that will be priority. Go back to the museum, see if the statue head wants to do anything fancy. Can I get up this way? Nope. I don't
That's slightly too high to jump. If you grab your spacesuit from your ship, you can make it up.
Ah, fair point. Because I suppose the ship doesn't exactly automatically launch once I come in. Where is it? Hmm. Ah,
Hey, look at this. The statue opened its eyes. Bet you wish you'd seen that happen, huh? Me too.
yes, I definitely wish I had seen that happen.
I'm not even a little closer to understand what's going on with this statue. Was it something you needed?
Tell me more about Feldspar?
Feldspar was one of the 4 founding members of Outer Wilds, along with our flight coach Gosson, Slate the engineer, and me. As ground control and later the museum curator, I didn't work with Feldspar as closely as Slate and Gosson did. I can tell you, Feldspar was absolutely fearless though. Nothing scared them. Test piloted everything Slate ever built. It's a wonder Feldspar lived to see space, frankly, but they did. Flew all sorts of dangerous stunts and explored everything they could find. And then one day they just didn't come back. We don't know what happened, or where Feldspar went, or even whether they're still alive. It's been a long time since they left. Something you needed?
I'm good.
Take care.
Hi, you.
Hey, I was just about to come find you. Look, 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 you've got to see this. The Nomai statue's eyes are open. They used to be closed. Probably should have started with that. And now they're opened. We're not sure why they opened, since no one actually saw it happen. But this is a huge news. Should someone tell
Some
Gabbro? Or maybe Ryback? Oh, stars, this is so exciting. It's making my stomach hurt.
That button. You are now a missing signal.
Well, it was before, you just didn't have a HUD on.
Was I hearing that up at the observatory thing on the moon?
That was a slightly different sound.
Yeah, it was more rushing of wind. This is a little bit more musical. There are... not you again. There are definitely multiple of them. So it seems like there's 2 over that way somewhere. If I'm reading that right. Alright. That's new and strange and concerning. I just gotta go back to my ship and see what I can do. You gonna talk to me again? No? Good. Whoop. Ow. Let's try this again.
Also,
Oh.
you now have a breathing apparatus if you were wanting to explore underwater.
Fair point. Yes, about that.
Yeah, there's a reason they were talking about our first intentional launch into space.
Yes. Right. Many things that have been dropped down, I assume.
Yep.
I appreciate that thrusters work underwater.
Yes. Some pretty strong currents.
It is. Is it possible to overcome? More importantly, is it constant? Yes, it seems like it is. It's constant enough that I'm not going to bother trying to overcome it.
Lop.
Whee! I hope this doesn't kill me. Guys, a mountain.
Yep. So your little spacesuit outline in the top left is your health bar. The more red it is, the more injured you are.
Okay, good to know. I love the flyover that leaves of where I've gone.
Yes.
I think I'll get myself to the South Pole, and then I think I will finish up there.
Cool.
South Pole? This is.
Yeah, I do have a bit more time if you wanted to keep going for like about another 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Very interesting.
Indeed.
I'm curious how many there are around the place. Presumably many. Yep, yep. Let's go slightly more. Right. Far side of the planet is the one that I'm ultimately after. So, North Pole. That's going to be a fun trip.
Kurt's research notes. Property of Chert. I've detected a strange signal coming from somewhere within the grove in this crater. It's very similar to the signal emitted by the quantum moon, so it stands to reason that the two signals are probably related.
There's a quantum moon.
We don't know much about the quantum moon, seeing as no one's ever been able to land on it, but hopefully studying the signal in the grove will reveal more about it.
Alright, I'm going to land on the quantum moon. Is that going to kill me? So that's the grove shard. Let's get out of here. Ways to refuel, is that limited to
Um,
take it off in the ship or something like that?
There is a place. There is a infinite fuel source inside the ship. There are also some refueling points scattered around, but as you haven't discovered any of them yet, your best bet is just go straight back to the ship.
Yep. I'm going to try and conserve fuel somewhat until... Just tiny little thing of trees? Fine. Da-da-da-da. I love the vast, expansive amounts of detail put onto every inch of the planets.
Yes, as I said, they put detail wherever there is um, places or knowledge of importance, and intentionally keep everything else fairly barren.
Yes, I do appreciate that. I also appreciate that the comet's tail is going away from the sun,
Yes.
as is proper. Closer. Gravity just shifted a little bit. Oop. Yeah, figured as much. Priorities, though. Let's check on that. Ow, ow. I'm okay. Ow. Hatch suit.
Yeah, if your suit gets punctured, you will slowly leak oxygen until it is repaired.
Good to know. Let's put that. Hello.
Hey, hatchling! Thought you were taking that tin can of yours into space today. What are you still doing here?
I was briefly in space.
Me? I saw something crash over the horizon and didn't like what I was seeing in the pictures my little scout was sending back, so I thought I'd come over here myself and take a look.
Is that a dark bramble seed? Whatever that is.
You think so? It's nothing I've ever seen on Timber Half before, so you're probably onto something there. Whatever it is, it put down roots in a hurry. I don't like the look of this thing, hatchling, and that's a fact. I think I'll set Marl and Hal loose on it. Best get rid of this mess sooner rather than later, and no one can remove an unwanted plant faster than a treekeeper can. I'll have to get a look at what's inside the seed first, though. Don't want to set anybody to hacking up a potentially dangerous plant without a better idea of what's lurking inside there. Tuff can help me hold the old scout launcher over here. Obviously the opening is too small for someone to fit inside, and anyway, I'm not going to blindly stick my hand into anything that looks as unpleasant as that seed does. That's a good way to lose an arm or two.
Yes, good thing I have this. How is that still going? Where is that still going? Error duplicate signal.
I will remind you, you can use the movement keys to look around once the scout has attached to a surface.
I don't think it did attach to a surface. That is moving. 25 kilometers, that's quite a distance. This is extremely strange. Oh, yeah,
Yes,
there.
that has a fixed to a surface there.
These things. Quantum moon, perhaps?
I will say your scout's signal, as with your ships, does show up on the map if you take a look at that.
Good, my thing is still there. Dark Bramble. Okay then. Hourglass Twins, that's what I call it. Alright, I want to jump in. That's a bad idea with no fuel.
Yes.
Oh. I'll deal with that in a minute. So that would then mean... Yes. It's letting the signal transmit through. That explains why that's coming from there.
Blasted Seed did a lot of damage when it crashed. I liked this crater.
It was already a crater.
Need something from me, Ashley?
I threw a little scout into the seed.
You did you? And you're telling me it's bigger on the inside than on the outside?
No, I'm telling you it's a portal.
This is going to be a chore to chop up, and no mistake. Can we even remove a seed that doesn't have the decency to stay the same size all the way through? Maybe I'd better grab an extra axle free, just in case.
Yeah.
Yep, there are a few more dialogue options there, if you wanted to exhaust those before leaving.
Yeah, might as well. Signal scope is picking up my harmonica inside the seed.
Inside the seed? Huh. Don't know what to tell you there. The only harmonica player I know is Feldspar, and they disappeared ages ago. Listen here, don't go telling Nice about the harmonica music, okay? They'll never let me get rid of this darn seed if they suspect it has any musical talent. Back in my younger days, I explored everywhere there is to go on Timberhearth, and saw everything there is to see, and then some. Trust me, we don't have anything like this. No, I reckon this thing's from Dark Bramble if it's from anywhere, Hatchling.
Helps that that's where my probe is. My scout. Was that the last of it?
Yeah.
Yes. And also, missing a foot, I noticed.
Yes. From the aforementioned ghost matter incident.
Presumably. Which is best way out of this tree seems decent.
Yeah, up that log is the easiest.
Assuming I don't fall off it.
Yes.
Ah, yes. Nice complex geometry there.
I mean, when you're running a physics simulation this big, you have to save on collision anywhere you can.
Look, I'm not complaining!
Yeah.
As you've said, this is 3 uni assignments duct taped together.
Yes. A fun piece of trivia as well. Because of how large the simulated area is in terms of game engine units, rather than trying to keep the player close to an origin point to deal with floating point errors, the player is the origin point. Anytime you apply a force, it's actually applying a force to every other object in the world while the player stays stationary. There's no additional computing cost because they're already doing a full physics simulation on everything. So, world coordinate is always you.
That's insane. Alright then. I suppose that's certainly a way to do it.
Yeah, it does mean if you fly far enough away from the solar system, everything starts getting a little bit wobbly on the map due to floating point errors. But
as opposed to you getting wobbly
bound,
because of floating point errors.
Yes, but as long as you stay within the bounds of the solar system, everything runs fairly smoothly.
Okay. Thank you, automated elevators.
Yes.
Alright. Now, 2 questions. First is...
On the left.
Medkit and refuel, excellent. Just does that automatically, and I don't have to take the suit off to do it. Let's see. We'll take the suit off because I like the idea of doing things properly.
In comes the sun. Do 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 do. Alright.
2? Or the same one again? Dropping back through time. It's even taking screenshots of map. Stuff like that.
And that's probably a good point to leave off for this stream.
I agree. Did I die
I will
again?
Yes. I will say, as to the screenshot things, the game does just like constantly take screenshots for that purpose. Certain things do pause time. You can adjust which of those things do and don't pause time in the pre-flight checklist inside the ship or in the settings. By default, reading text or looking at the ship log, reading text with a translator or looking at the ship log freezes time, but talking to people does not.
Yeah.
And then when it gets close to supernova, the all time freeze effects are disabled.
Okay. Well, that's a very interesting experience. I very much look forward to continuing this next time whenever we manage to do that.
Yes.
Alright. Yep. Thank you very much for guiding me through this, Isaac.
No worries.
I have so many questions that will need answering, which is the entire point.
Yes.
Alright.